Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Naruto chapter 620 review. Now, this chapter review, no summary. It's going to be strictly review and only review. And the reason why is because I have a cold right now and like I don't want to talk for that fucking long, because if I do, my throat's gonna start hurting, and you know, that means that's just the way it is. So only review today for this week's chapter review. However, what I will say is that I'm going to mention last week's chapter review real quick. And when I say real quick, I mean like fucking 3 minutes, alright? At least. Last week's chapter review was quite the chapter review because man, just the amount of bitching. I was like, yo, man, niggas have tampons. Man, niggas. I mean, yeah, true. Some of you are females, obviously, but you know what I mean, right? Complainers, whiners. I mean, basically what I just said was, I don't like Hashirama's personality. And niggas were like, what? Oh my god, it's Hashirama. And I'm like, yeah, it's Hashirama, but no. It's simply put, no. And people, for some reason, thought that was the reason why the chapter got like an okay rating. And it was like, no, because that wasn't even the problem. The problem, if you go back to the chapter review, was primary part 1, which was the conversation between Sasuke and Ryuzen. And I think people are in one ear, out the fucking other. So do me a favor. When you watch my shit, listen. Mother of God, when you watch my shit, listen. Listen. It's not that hard to fucking sit there and listen to what I have to fucking say. I mean, like, seriously, like, people, stop bitching. But then again, I'm not gonna complain that much because, well, I did get over 13,000 views, man. I mean, shit. I mean, 13,000 views. I was like, oh, you know, I mean, yo, they bitching, but they give me views, so fuck it. I mean, what? Like, you know, I ain't gonna be bitching that long, shit. I mean, but what I will say is that this right now, for Tobirama, for Tobirama, I like this nigga. Now, what I will say, before I go full blown in this week's chapter review, my friend Pete, who watches my reviews, he texted me, all right, or sent me a message on Facebook, all right, and he told me something that made a lot of sense. I mean, it made a lot of fucking sense about, you know, Hashirama's personality. And he says, and I quote, all right, he says, well, you can't see it, but he says right here, right, I believe that Hashirama's character is totally sensible because when a character is OP, which means overpowered, all right? When a character is OP, they are more relaxed. They don't worry about danger and being defeated. Tobirama is less powerful, and so he has to make up for his lack of power with more serious attitude. Now, see, that makes fucking sense, all right? But my main problem about Hashirama's personality isn't him being fucking, you know, weird or like more relaxed. It's the fact that this is the guy that led the Senju to combat against the fucking Uchiha, that united the Senju and the Uchiha, made Konoha, and then had all these clans come together, and he ruled them. And he portrayed, at first, in the last week's chapter, he portrayed no attributes of being this individual, a leader, like a serious leader, if you put it. And it just threw me the fuck off. And I mean, look, me personally, I'm not digging him that much, all right? I'm not. I'm really not. In this chapter, he shut down his brother, but still, I need to see these attributes that define him as a leader. And those attributes I'm going to see probably in combat, which what I said in that review, in last week's review. So, I mean, but that's pretty much that. This week's chapter. Oh man, they went into fucking power up mode. It was like Tobirama said, "Kid, shut the fuck up," and he powered up. And then Hashirama's like, "Brother," and he powered the fuck up. And I was like, yeah. And the fucking building, like the actual underground basement where they were in for the Uchiha hideout, for the Uchiha stone tablet room, started to crack and fall apart. I was like, yo, HAKI up, yeah, HAKI up. I was like, god damn, HAKI up. And the thing here was that see, if you guys remember, during the fight against Orochimaru and Ryuzen in the part 1, like, when they were quote-unquote, like, having a standoff, like, the tiles underneath them were breaking apart because of the sheer amount of chakra that both Orochimaru and Ryuzen were emitting. But this here is, like, that times, like, 20. It's like, what the fuck? So, clearly, these two ninja live up to the name, well, no, Hashirama, he's the god of the, now he is the god of the shinobi world. Well, the god shinobi, whatever you want to call him, right? Fuck it. And Tobirama is, he's a beast. I mean, he's the creator of the Edo Tensei. He could use space-time jutsus like Minato and, Obito. So, like they're just both powerful ass niggas. Like, and that's the truth. Apparently, like, this is some weird thing going on, but apparently now Sasuke can use, or he can go into Mangekyou Sharingan. And I'm like, like, it throws me the fuck off. It really does. Because when you look at Madara, he goes straight EMS. Like, he goes straight EMS, straight Rinnegan. There is no, like, Sharingan, then Mangekyou Sharingan, then fucking EMS. No, it was bam bam, Sharingan, EMS, and plus the Mangekyou Sharingan was an imperfect version of EMS. So it was like I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Like it's almost a retcon. Like, again, he almost retcons this shit. I mean, he retconned the whole entire God Shinobi thing with Ryuzen, and now it's fucking Hashirama. And now this year is like, so, I mean, unless he's trying to show that Sasuke is so Sharingan adapt, where he can go to all the versions, which, again, is like a fucking throw-off. I mean, to me, it's like a big throw-off. I mean, as far as I can remember, during the fight against him and, like, Itachi, him, and Kabuto, I don't remember him ever using MS. I don't think he did at all. So again, like, it's a fucking, it's a throw off. Like, it's a big throw off, and I fuck it. I mean, that's all I can say. Just fuck it. So that's part 2. All right, part 1 being the power up. Part 2, yeah, the whole entire Sharingan thing. It's whatever. I mean, it's not a big deal. But it's still it is a throw off, right? The power up I like a lot. Like, I'm gonna go back to that because the power up was fucking, like, it was. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Hashirama, he made Tobirama look bitch made, and then he did. That's true. But it was still pretty damn impressive because, we have Orochimaru having these guys on the Edo Tensei, and it's like they're powering the fuck. Like this guy was like this, yeah, and it was like the room was cracking, man. I was like, these niggas, man, these niggas. Like, I liked it. I just did. Like, it was beastly. It was beastly. It was like undeniably beastly. After that, what happens here is that we have Orochimaru talking about, how there's a war going on. Like, he mentions the war. And then they all kind of apparently, like, he tells them that Madara was resurrected, and they're like, whoa. And this kind of confused me, because it's like Minato and Tobirama, they sense Naruto's chakra and the Kyuubi's chakra. But I'm like, how come they don't sense the Jubi? I mean, isn't the Jubi like an infinite massive chakra? How do you not sense that? How do you not, like, seriously? Like, I mean, actually, hold on. Maybe because you need sage energy, like, yeah, maybe you need natural energy to sense the Jubi. Maybe. I mean, I think so. I mean, yeah, maybe, but I'm not too sure exactly. I mean, all I can say is that at first, when I read that, it threw me off how we have Minato, Hashirama, Tobirama, Ryuzen, and they're sensing Naruto and the Kyuubi's chakra, and yet they're not sensing the Jubi. But again, it's probably because of the whole entire natural energy thing. So that's part 3. Part 3, yeah. I mean, it was kind of, man. But, again, in this chapter, Tobirama, what happens, right? He was like, fuck this shit. I'm leaving. He was gonna fucking leave. What happens? The wall, he pushed the wall. The wall cracks. I'm like, like, I almost, like, that's all I can say right there. I'm like, Tobirama. And then all of a sudden, bam, he stops. And then Orochimaru can shut him down. Why? We all know. We all know, man. What is the one thing in the world of Naruto that makes everything better? Senju DNA. Fucking Senju DNA. You can't go wrong without this shit, apparently. Senju DNA. It's like fucking, it's like super pills. Seriously, man. You take one of those shit, you're fucking like, Jesus. Like, yeah, I'm walking on water. Like, fuck it. Senju DNA. God damn. God. Fuck it. Alright? And the thing here is that apparently Hashirama knows that people can use Senju DNA to amplify their own powers. He knows that his cells are beastie. That's that shit. That's that shit. When the person who these cells come from know that his own cells can make people better. I mean, come on, man. I mean, like, I bet you that this guy was going to like the black market and shit. He's like, yo, here's some of my skin. Send you DNA. Alright? Alright? This is $1 million a pop. $1 million per gram my skin. What the fuck? Seriously? Oh my god, dude. This shit's crazy, man. Send you DNA, man. Oh my god. But then, at the end of the day, what's happening is that after all that shit, basically Hashirama sits down. He sits down, and I mean, Orochimaru, he has given Hashirama full control of his own body. So, you know, and Hashirama, he knows that. He's like, you know what, chill, relax, man. I'm here to try and change the heart of this Uchiha right here, being Sasuke, because he doesn't want Sasuke to wind up turning out to be like Madara. And then he sits down and then we get into flashback mode. And this, I'm like, yo, see, this right here hints at something very important, alright? During this flashback, right, we see the fight between him and Madara. And then we see the QB, we see the wood dragon, the QB fires a Bijou bomb, what happens? Makes this living soul motherfucker. I mean, like an actual dude made out of wood. This dude pumps the fucking Bijou, damn it, and actually catches that shit like a baseball, and is gonna peg that shit back at fucking Madara. And Madara, with only EMS, uses perfect Susanoo. I don't think Sasuke is gonna get the Rinnegan. I mean, look, we see that even without the Rinnegan, you can perform the freaking perfect Susanoo with EMS alone. So, right there, I mean, Sasuke, he probably already has his power up in full. He hasn't activated that full-blown perfect Susanoo. Or maybe he has no idea that he can do that yet. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe his Susanoo can't go perfect. I mean, I'm not too sure. But what I will say is that, you know, this proves that EMS alone is sufficient enough to activate the highest form of Susanoo. Well, no. The second highest form of Susanoo. So, right there. I mean, like that's crazy shit. But what I will say before I go is that two things, alright? Number one, the fact that the fact that Hashirama is going to start off with the backstory of the Uchiha and the Senju, nah, to me, it should have been later. It should have been, he should have started at the Sage of Six Paths, and then gone from there to his two sons. The one given the powers of the eye, and the one given the powers of the body. That's where he should have started off, because the Sage of Six Paths is the origin of all chakra, of all shinobi. So, well, no, yeah. Well, no, chakra is the Jubi, but he's the origin of all jutsu. The Sage of Six Paths. So, it's like, why not start there? And then go from his two sons. The one with the eyes, and then the one with the body. And then from there we go to the Uchiha and the Senju. So he should have started later, in my opinion. And that is the entire chapter in a nutshell. And then my part two is that, well, basically, the chapter rating is going to be like OK plus. And hear me out. Listen, hear me out, okay? The reason why is because even though there was mad cool shit in this chapter, alright? Power up, brother. I'm like, oh. The thing here is that when it came to progression, story-wise, there was minimal, and plot-wise, there was none. There was none. It was like, okay, Sasuke had a fucking question, and it took us like 18 pages to even get to the question. Like what the fuck? So story wise, minimal, because there was a few hints here and there throughout the entire chapter, but plot wise, there was zero. There was zero. But this chapter, because it had good hints out there, like the EMS being sufficient enough for the perfect Susanoo, and then the power scale of Tobirama and Hashirama, and a few things, and a few other shit here and there. And plus the fact that there was cool shit in the chapter, yeah, I'll give it okay plus. So, but I'm done. Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. I got a fucking cold. I'm dying over here. I need some water. Peace. Peace. Have a nice day.